All right, oil drain plug. All right, the oil drip is slowing to a trickle there. So I got my drain plug clean. I got a fresh crush washer on there. I'm going to install it. And the torque spec on the drain plug is 18 foot-pounds. Done. Now the best way to get the coolant out of here is to take off the lower radiator hose. That's one end that goes into the thermostat housing. The other end of the hose goes into the radiator. I know it's not focused, but I think you can see it still. This is the side that I want to undo though, because it's just going to be easier. I'm not looking forward to this. This is going to be messy. 6mm on a wobble, quarter drive. Yeah, that's the ticket. All right. This is going to suck, man. If you can finesse it, or you can just kind of like gradually let it out. Since I'm impatient and I'm used to working on flat rate, I'm just going to lower the car so it's close. All right, here goes nothing. So this is going to trickle for a while. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. A little bit of a spill. Let's see. There we go. Ooh. It's got iced in the face there. So while this is draining, the next thing that I'm going to do is start disassembling the front clip. I'm going to take the front bumper off. There's an oil cooler in this car. That's got to come out. AC condenser, radiator. We're going to pull it all off. So I'm just kind of looking around up here. The car has fog lights, so probably unplugging the fog lights would be a good thing. Let's see. This alternator cooling duct, I think I see some 10mm bolts. We got the temp sensor over here. That's that yellow guy. I'm just making sure that you can see it in the shot. Yep, this is the outside temp sensor. That unplugs pretty easy. All right. And, wow, okay. That's not supposed to happen. Fog light bulb came right out. Let's see. This alternator cooling duct. Let's see what's up with this. That's faster than a bumper. All right, I see some 10s. I got a 10mm here, and then it looks like there's a couple 10 mils in the wheel well that hold this thing in. Let's get them out of there. All right. Got my 3 10s. All right, that duct is out of there. That's the other fog light. So we will just undo this. It's blown, as you can see, to smithereens. So removing the bumpers on an E34 is pretty easy. What you have to do is take this plastic piece off. You pry it up here. It will come out, and it also has sort of like a tab that holds it in place here. So you don't pry it here or else you will break it. So we're going to start on this side. And once you get these trim pieces out of the way, I believe there's a couple 16mm nuts behind there. So let's do it. I'm using this trim tool from Snap-on. These are really awesome. That's what the shank of it looks like there. I know it's not focusing. These come in really handy for pulling off trim. Gets behind there really nice. It snaps and then, yeah, there we go. And nothing broke. So, pretty far ahead, all things considered. Unplug the side marker. You gotta be careful here. Everything is really, really brittle. I don't know if you could hear that. I'm not brave enough to unplug it, so I'm just going to twist the bulb out, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. These are the nuts that actually hold the bumper in. So I'm gonna go to the other side. Oh, that was easy. All right, on this side, I'm choosing to take the side marker out. That's probably the right way to do it. It's undone, okay. 18s. On this side. I had a technical malfunction in the audio at this point, so I apologize. But in order to get the bumper off of an E34, all you have to do is just pull straight out. So the bumper's off the car. This is what we're looking at now. Doesn't look so shabby in there. A little rust. I don't know if that's the AC condenser or no, that's the AC condenser. It's looking a little rough. It's looking a little rough right in there. Rust on those. Those are AC lines, I believe. The bumper itself is, it's in terrible condition. It's in terrible condition. It needs to be redone. It's not going to be that difficult. Next thing that I want to do is I want to take the hood off the car so I have full access to everything. So looks like I'm going to have to detach those hood struts, the hydraulic struts. It looks like this bracket unbolts there, and there's also one on the other side, and I think that that bolt needs to be undone as well. And there is also some electrical and some plumbing. There's a ground strap right there that needs to be undone, and this electric and plumbing is for the heated washer jets, if I'm not mistaken. To undo these hood struts, you have to use a small screwdriver. That clip falls in the groove in the peg there. You have to lift that out and it slides right off of there. Just do it on both sides just for safekeeping. Now, since I'm undoing these hood struts, there's going to be nothing that's holding this hood up. So you got to be really careful because anything could kind of like take this hood for a ride. So I want to kind of get it in its sweet spot. I'm going to leave this one in, but I'm going to leave it in kind of undone. That's the way. And we're going to undo this 10 millimeter on this ground strap. I'm going to remove the strap, but I'm going to put the nut back on the body side. Now the next thing to do is to figure out this plumbing. Let's see. I don't see plugs anywhere. So it looks to me like the hood liner has to come off. Now these clips you're going to see on many different automobiles. They're plastic, and there's kind of a trick to it. What you do is you take a number 2 Phillips, you undo the screw, but you don't want to take the screw out, okay? Undo it so like it comes out, and then just put it in maybe like a thread, and then you get behind there with a trim tool. Because if you try to like muscle your way through these, you'll lose the screw, you'll lose the clip. You're working in engine compartments, so you got to be careful. There is the other underside of the hood, excuse me. And we got our washer jets. Let's see if I can give you a better shot without taking the camera off the tripod here. Washer jets. So we just have to figure out how that all works and then undo it, and we should be ready to go. Looks to me like the plug just slides out. Plug it. This has to come out of the loom. Let's see. How's this gonna work? We probably want to keep the jets in the hood. Or maybe not. There's a little clip here that undoes them. So this is what the plan is. We're going to remove the electrical. We'll keep the washer jets in the hood, and we'll cut this plumbing here, and we'll get that out of there like that. All right, so with that all disconnected, I'm going to get the remainder of my lines out of here. Pretty easy. Again, you got to be careful with the plastic clips. Get those out, okay. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This bracket right now is free. I know you can't see it. We're going to do the same thing over here.
I figured out that it was way better to undo those front hood bolts with the hood down and unlatched. Gave me a clear shot to them.